Hey, Gwen. How are you, sweetie? No, it's a reasonable facsimile, Carly. Pigpen learned to talk on his own. Oh, I'm good, Gwen. As good as can be expected. So, how's your day going, Carly? I don't know what fucking time it is. Oh, okay. It's that time. It's not bad. It rained the last 2 days, though. Uh, it was raining earlier. I think it stopped. I don't know if it's done, though. The sun came out for about 15 minutes, but then it poked its head back in. Bex, what's up? Good to see you, sweetie. Yeah, there he is. He hasn't been on camera in a while, so he's feeling a little more photogenic than normal. Yeah, he's been fighting the fucking rock, that rock right there. I don't know what it said to him, what it did to him, but he's not happy with that fucker. I haven't seen any marks. He's just been biting it and trying to like push it over. It doesn't move very good though. I got it wedged in there. Yeah, yeah, maybe he might have bumped into it in the dark or something, and now he's just got a grudge. That's likely, Bex. But yeah, like fucking 6 months ago, every morning I would see him with some kind of a scrape on his head or on the side of him, and I don't know what the hell it was doing. Hello, Bandman. Welcome in. That's Pigpen, the star of the show. No, it doesn't look like he matches his name, but I did just vacuum this tank yesterday. Yeah, maybe pirates. Or he thought he saw some. He might be going a little stir crazy in there. I don't know. Damn, says there's 27 people watching. Half of you bastards should hit the like button just because. Like, because that's a pretty fish. I don't give a fuck what your taste is. You can't say he's not a pretty fish. Oh, 15 now. Well, fuck you. Like is too much to ask, you cocksuckers. Oh, now you done it. You pissed him off. He's just going to show us his backside now. Oh, now fight with your reflection. Go ahead. Oh, that sounds good. Alright, what is this fucker doing? Oh, he's doing the same as usual. Yeah, last week my kid called me up and wanted my chocolate chip cookie recipe, which it's a basic fucking chocolate chip cookie recipe, but he mixed too much butter. He put double the butter, and the batter was really loose, so I told him just to double everything else, all the dry ingredients, and it still wasn't looking right. I think he whipped the butter too much, and he's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I don't know. They're going to come out and you try making them as cookies. I said, use like a brownie pan and make blondies instead. He said they came out good, so it was a good option. And all I really had to do is adjust the cooking time and the temperature a little bit. So he said they were good. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know what else to tell him. We were video calling, and I seen the batter, and I'm like, that does not look like chocolate chip cookie dough, bro. It looks more like chocolate chip cake mix. But as long as they turned out edible, that was my only intention. So, and he wasn't even sure what a blondie was. Yeah. Um, Actually, I think it was 2 sticks, but he added 4. I would have to go back and look at the original. I don't feel like running downstairs to grab it. But yeah, he doubled whatever the fucking butter amount was. And then he whipped the shit out of it with the electric mixer. Yeah, maybe. Or he thought the whole pound was a cup. I think it was a cup of butter. But yeah, he screwed something up. Yeah, it definitely was. That wasn't on purpose. He was like, shit, that's where I messed up. I'm like, yeah. Read twice, mix once. Yeah, yeah. And I think it's a half a cup. A stick is a half a cup, I believe. Yeah, yeah. Like his mother's got a bunch of yeah, I usually let it get room temperature. Just makes it easier to mix in. I mean, I use a mixer, but we got a stand mixer, and so you can set it really low and watch it, you know. But he used a handheld electric mixer and whipped the shit out of that butter. But yeah, they got I think a dozen hens, and they must have gave me like 4 dozen fucking eggs, and they still had a shitload of eggs. Hey, BB, good to see you, sweetie. Yeah, I think that's what happened when he just whipped the shit out of the butter. Oh, hell yeah, that's a good trade off, Carly. Nothing like farm fresh eggs, man. They taste so much better than the ones from the store. Yo, what's up, Knight Rider? Good to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well, my man. Wi-Fi went out. Okay, there we go. Do you feel put on the spot, fish? Should be used to this by now. I don't see a pellet up there, bro. Yeah, she got some bad news. Uh, well, more bad news more recently. Um, but yeah, she's hanging in there. I think out of spite, pure spite. Knight Rider. Um, yeah, I know last week Callie was messaging me to see if I had heard anything, but they weren't live for a couple of weeks. Oh, you don't want it. You're just being a dick and making me think you want food. But I didn't really catch her update. Yeah, that's the thing, bro. I don't think she is gonna get better. Her everything is trying to shut down on her. Yeah, Cindy's a fucking sweetheart. Like, she's one of my favorite people of all fucking time. Yeah, bro, it's a kick in the teeth for sure. I mean, but everybody loves her, and I told her that fucking spite can be a powerful ally, man. You know, like when I was born, my grandpa was told he only had a couple of years, and he made it 20 after that. So, uh, pure spite can get you through a lot. And then if you got a good support system like she does, everybody loves Cindy. You know. She said she was going to call me and then apologize profusely, but she's got more important shit to worry about than letting me know, what's going on. Like if she's got time, she can, goddamn, call me anytime. But she needs to take care of herself. But she didn't sound too bad. I think it was last night they were live. She sounded all right, relatively speaking. But yeah, she's going through it for sure. Yeah, it is, BB. Yeah, I mean, a little hope is better than no hope, you know? But and I don't want to just message her because I know she doesn't check Facebook all that often. So I don't want her to feel like she might be making me feel neglected or something. Yeah, that's the whole thing, Gwen. That's what I told her. Spite. Do it out of spite. Because, I mean, people do fuck with her, but I've never heard her say a bad word about anybody that didn't start shit talking her first. And then she said it as nicely as anybody ever could. But yeah, she's got a lot of good people in her corner. Everybody, everybody tells her, how much they love her and everything, and I'm sure that means a lot. Yeah, yeah, he actually went live pretty early last night, comparative to what he normally does. But I think that's because Cindy needing rest and stuff. He did a couple of music streams a couple of days before, but then he kept getting fucking copyrighted. But yeah, he hasn't been live really either, Fire Dude. Uh, like I said, it was like 2 weeks, and then he did a music stream the other day, and then one the day after that. One of them I don't think materialized, and then he rescheduled the fucker. But yeah, it was like 2 weeks, and I didn't see nothing from Ken at all. Yeah, I'm sure she could use all the prayers and well wishes she can get, all the positive energy. I know she appreciates it, as do the rest of us. Yeah, I was checking every couple of days just to see if I missed a live or something. You know, sometimes they'll start at like fucking 1 in the morning, which is kind of a drag for some of us. Yeah, like I don't know when they'll be live again, but I'm assuming if Cindy feels good, she'll be up there. Yeah, Cindy is a really sweet lady, Gwen. As are I what, BB? I think like 65 or 66, Gwen. Maybe 67. She's not 70 though, I know that. She's not really old. And my grandfather was only 65 when he passed, but he was sick, like I said, for 20 fucking years before that. Yeah, I try, BB. It's a chore some days, and it's not others. Depends on who's around, I guess. But some people definitely make it hard to be nice to them. Exactly, Knight Rider. Me too. Um, I mean, I come into chats and say hello fuckers every time, and she was like, "Oh hey," well, before they used my username as hello fuckers, it was just Mike Vincent. But she was like, "Oh hi Mike," always sweet. Cindy Lopez is just a really, really nice lady that, if you're lucky, you discover her on YouTube. Um, I can't remember exactly where I saw her first, but like she's super fucking sweet. Like when Carly, you know how it's weird when you hear Matthew start swearing? It's even weirder when Cindy starts swearing. Because Cindy doesn't fucking swear, you know? Well, I figured the egg was for throwing at those people that you won't name. BB. Well, I'll just point fingers and call them out by name. Fuck them. I mean, the only one I really got is Jasper. Y'all know that motherfucker. Well, yeah, fuck it. We could call him a motherfucker. Even though I'm sure there's never been any fucking in his life. But, yeah, you try to be nice to people and it just proves to be pointless. And then you gotta show them that, look, I was really trying to be nice to you, but now I'm not, so I'm going to tell you exactly how many different ways you can go fuck yourself. Yeah, it's even worse, BB when or BB, sorry, Carly, when Cindy swears. You ain't kidding, Bex. But yeah, Cindy is just a super super sweet uh, person. Like I've never, I couldn't make up bad shit to say about her. Yeah, I swear a lot, but that's just because I'm a fucking Neanderthal. Yeah, good old dude, fire dude. I was just happened to look through the list of my subscribers last week, and I saw Jasper Flintstone, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, that's right. That's what he used to call himself back in the day. Holy fuck, man. Oh, you son of a bitch. Dude, I gotta figure something better out for this shit. He just pulled the fucking plants right into the water. I thought those clamps would help. I was wrong. Oh, nice. It did knock loose a nasty pellet though, so that's a plus. Now watch me yank the roots and pull the fucking thing right back into the water. Nope. Good. It still didn't get all that though. I used to have a floating planter in there. I used pool noodles to make a little ring to float the fucker in, but he would tip that over. Erica! Good to see you, sweetie. Yeah, there he is. He just pulled that into the water. He jerked it enough to make this fall, and then the rest of that went with it. Being a dick. As per usual. But I figured everybody wanted to see their boy. Not that he cares to show himself all that much. But I don't know what the hell I'm going to use to make it so it can't fall in. More of that soggy ass pellet. Yeah, he has been fucking with them plants. That Anubias right there, it used to be up there. Then the other day I found it over here, and then I put it back, and then I found it down inside of there between the rocks and the wood. Maybe, maybe the styrofoam in a Ziploc would work. What I probably should do is just cut that bamboo down so it wedges in between the sides of the tank on the black rim there. There's a little lip for putting lids on it. I could actually I could cut a piece of fucking plexiglass. I got some 1/4 inch plexiglass and just cut a hole in it to slide the planter down into. That might help. Yeah, that poor guy needs a fucking break, man. Like, something's gotta fucking give. Yeah, I could try a bunch of different things. I'm thinking just a piece of plexiglass with a hole cut out just big enough for the planter to sit down in would probably be my best bet, because then he can't move it at all. Like I said, I made a ring to go around a small planter and just put cuttings in there, but he kept tipping that fucker over. Then if I clamp it to the side, like when I clean this, like I've knocked that clamp loose and tipped it in myself, so I really can't be too pissed when he does it. Oh no, it's a piece I got. Uh, I have a 1/4 inch piece. I made a lid for the 20 gallon, and I think it's just big enough to make what I was just talking about, something to hold that planter in. Which the planter is literally just uh I bought it at the fucking dollar store. It's for organizing your silverware. That plastic little thingy there, but it was a good size. Yeah, but I got a piece, Carly. I got a piece right here. I got some skinnier shit too, and it's really dusty. But I made a top for the 20 gallon at a 1/4 inch plexiglass. I can cut it to fit. I mean, because it is long enough to go across. Hell, I could probably, son of a bitch, cut it down to sit like that, and then just put a hole in the middle. So, yeah, I don't feel like paying a midget though. They'll probably charge me out the ass. Fucker. Alright, fuck shit up, dude. Go ahead. Go ahead. It ain't Pigpen now. It's on the outside of the fucking tank. Jesus Christ. Well, I probably lost that. Gonna have to look for it at some point. Yep. Son of a bitch. As long as it didn't go in the water, I guess we're good. I don't see it floating around in there, so. Nope. Yeah, he won't let me touch him. I tried yesterday again because he wanted food, and he came right up to the top and basically took it out of my hands before it even hit the water. But he will not let me pet him. Oh, that sucks. Move. Yeah, it's fake concern, though. It's fake concern. Yeah, I tried to get him so I could pet him since I got him, but he was never a fan of letting me touch him, so. They really can be dicks, that's for sure. Yeah, he definitely does act a lot like a cat. Well, I assume he's straight. but I could try. I got to get him a bigger tank before I throw another fish his size in with him, though. Yeah, some cats are more like dogs. We had one, well, back in a long time ago, that was more like a dog than a cat. Yeah, except for he gets bigger than the angelfish. My biggest angelfish wasn't half his size. But you can keep them together though. Once you get the angelfish grown out, um, they're big enough not to be eaten. And I'm pretty sure that Oscars aren't big fin nippers. But most of the fish they recommend online to keep with Oscars are just as big a dick as an Oscar, so it kind of tends to even itself out. Yeah, I had a breeding pair of angelfish. The female croaked though, and then the male did like 6 months later. Ah. Yo, cheap seats. Yeah, I mean, if shit hits the fan and I gotta, like, it'll be him before the dog. But, I mean, I got neighbors too, so I think I'd rather cannibalize my neighbors than eat my pets. Little long pig for dinner instead of fish sandwich. Oh, yeah, autocorrect has been fucking me up too. That and my normal regular typos. There's a real simple fucking way to find out, Gwen. Yeah, yeah. Well, my nephew came out, and his mother's boyfriend was like, "Well, how do you know you're gay?" He's like, well, I just kind of know. He's like, well, have you ever like tried it with a girl? He's like, no, that doesn't appeal to me at all. He's like, well, how do you know unless you try? And I'm like, well, how do you know that you're straight completely unless you try the other way? You know, Tyrone. He's like, oh, well, I know. Well, he didn't like it being turned around on him. Yeah, I mean, he could always set up a date on Grinder or something and see. Or you could always go down to the truck stop. Yeah, I mean, you know, how do you know unless you take a shot in the ass? Unless he's good, you know, just living with the question. God damn, dude, you got a lot of shit on the floor since yesterday. Probably gonna have to vacuum this thing again tomorrow. Christ sakes. I gotta change this out to a finer sand, something with no pebbles in it. Oh, Larry came up. You gonna watch the fish and get a drink? Yeah, I'm talking about you, Larry. It's not bad, dude. Relax. Jasmine Star, hello. This is Larry. He's looking at the fish and he's gonna get a drink. I guess it tastes better than the fucking tap water. Yeah, he's been through some shit. He adopted us, followed me in the house. Well, his name used to be Sphinx, um, but it became Larry over the years because he stopped acting like a regal lion-headed thing and fucking started acting more like a Larry. But yeah, he used to before there was a guy that trapped all the feral cats with the help of the ASPCA, and they had them all spayed and neutered. Um, and Larry got caught up with them because he was always outside. But he used to fight with all the tomcats, so he's got a crooked ear from an old injury. But it just adds to his character. But he's a really good cat. He don't fuck with the house plants. He don't get on the table or the countertops or none of that shit. Doesn't mess in the house. Yeah, he's pretty cute. He could be a dick though. Very pushy when he wants some attention. Well, I've never really seen an ugly cat, other than maybe them hairless fuckers, but they're more weird than ugly. I would show you Larry again, but he's licking himself in a delicate spot. Yeah, those hairless cats look like they're plotting your demise every second of the day. Whereas most cats just look like that once in a while. Those hairless cats, I think that they wish they had thumbs so they could stab everybody. Yeah, he don't miss a meal. And I keep him clean as I fucking can, which isn't that clean, evidently. I just vacuumed this yesterday. But he rips off plant roots and he poops. And then, yeah, I don't think it would be either. It'd probably feel really fucking odd. But, yeah, and then he doesn't eat all of his food. He spits it out and it ends up on the bottom. And then what the catfish and plecos don't eat, I gotta vacuum out every 3 days. Every 2 days now, because, like, I know I cleaned the shit out of that yesterday. So I think eventually I'll switch out the sand that I got in there with gravel in it and just put regular straight sand without any gravel and see if that helps. It probably won't, but we could see. No, no. All I've got in there with them is uh, two of these guys. That's a Raphael catfish, a striped Raphael catfish. The other one stays hidden over there under the rock. You can see the white stripe there. He stays under there. He's bigger, but he don't like to come out. And then I got two plecos in there which stay hiding also. One is usually on that flower pot, but I don't see him there now unless he's on the back side of it. And the other one stays up underneath the log or the rock. I don't know. They come out at night. When I turn the lights on in the morning, they're both swimming around and shit, but that one just likes to stay wedged up in the rocks. But the littler one was hanging out on top of the log, but Pigpen's not used to seeing other fish moving around, so I think he would fucking harass him. He wasn't attacking them or nothing because they're armored. They got little spikes on them all over the fucking place. But he was just curious, and I don't think the catfish was very comfortable with it. Yeah, that doesn't sound pleasant, Carly. You're not making a good case for the hairless cats. Now, any dude that's watching that was thinking about it is like, do I really want a cat that feels like rubbing a testicle? Oh, you getting in everybody's face, dude? You trying to tell us something? Yeah, Carly's got a way with words. Very descriptive. Yeah, he is good looking. I think he does know it too. He displays some diva behavior sometimes. Yeah, my mother had a fucking couple of hairless rats. I didn't fuck around with those things too much. They're just creepy looking bastards. I think the main problem with the hairless rats was their teeth are always out. They're a mole rat or something like that, and their teeth are always out. You could always see exactly what they're going to use to fuck you up if they decide they want to fuck you up. They're rather intimidating looking chompers. Yeah, I like the ones everybody hates too. See, snakes I got into because my uncle Bill is really afraid of them, and dude's not afraid of nothing except snakes. And as a 7 and 8 year old kid, if I could make a grown man run away from me fucking yelling, it was always a good time. But yeah, spiders. My youngest brother is the only one that's close to the same size as me, and to watch him squirm when you picked up a spider was well worth picking up the spider. Especially if it was like a wolf spider or something big and gnarly looking. Yeah, yeah, like hairless guinea pigs just sound fucking weird as hell. All right, Glenn, I'll see you around then. Have a good night. Don't let dreams of hairless rodents and cats keep you from getting a good night's sleep. Oh, skinks are cool. Yeah, I've had snakes. I haven't had tarantulas, mainly because the people I lived with don't like spiders, but I would definitely get one. But that's like potato chips. You can't really just have one. There's so many cool looking tarantulas. Yeah, I don't know. A furry snake might make people less inclined to be scary or scared of them. I used to like bringing mine to PetSmart or Petco when I went there for supplies or food or whatever. You watch all the fucking grown-ups run away, and all the little kids that were holding their hand a second ago come running up to you wanting to pet the snake and shit. It's great. My sister had a friend. I had a turtle, and I had the one snake when I moved to this town. And the kids wanted to see them, so the mother's like, "Oh, they could pet the turtle. I don't want them touching the snake." And I'm like, "That turtle is more likely to bite them than the fucking snakes are." But I told her it's dumb to pass that fear on to your kids. I didn't even know this lady, but I gave her the riot act. Needless to say, both her kids held that snake as long as they wanted to that day. Teach them respect, not fear, and it will get them a lot further. But yeah, most people in my family don't like snakes either. My Uncle Bill doesn't like snakes, but he always liked watching them eat. He just didn't want me taking them out while he was at the house. To see this tough old hillbilly get the heebie-jeebies is always a weird sight. Yeah, I still pretty much am, Carly. I mean, I still am afraid of falling down the stairs and shitting my. But other than that, I'm good. Yeah, spiders are a lot quicker usually, and they can crawl up you. Yeah, I think they're legitimate fears, Jasmine. I mean, if you're having a bad day, falling down the stairs and or shitting your pants is only going to make it worse. Like, so if you don't think it could be worse, as long as you didn't fall down the stairs or shit your pants, it definitely could be worse. But I worry more about falling down the stairs than falling up them, and I tend to fall up the stairs way fucking more than I fall down the stairs, which I guess is a blessing in disguise. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would probably be killed if I went to Florida between the snakes and the alligators and all the shit I would want to try to pet. But I had a buddy who had an alligator illegally here in New York. Uh, and I go over to his house, and I'm used to seeing, you know, fucking monitor lizards. He had a couple of nice fish tanks. Uh, and then he got this big ass tank, and I'm like, what the fuck is in that? He's like, oh, Mike, check this out, man. I got a baby alligator. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, look at him. And dude, I was like, that's fucking badass. He goes, yeah, but now that I got him, he's like, what am I going to do when they get big? And I'm like, well, bro, I can build you a fucking pool right in your basement because I'm a tile guy and I know how to waterproof us. You know, I built a 400-gallon fucking tub into a house at a Durock and waterproofer, so we could make you a fucking pool. And I'm a carpenter, so I could make you a trap door. So if anybody comes in the house, you push a little button and drops them right in there when it's time to feed the fucking gator. He just looked at me like I had two heads. But yeah, he got rid of that alligator quick. They smell like turtles. Like they really don't smell good when you keep them in captivity. You need a super big filter and many water changes. Yeah, I could see that giving you little shit pants, Carly. Those old world fucking tarantulas ain't no joke. Some of them can really fuck you up. Yeah, like if you've ever had a turtle cheap seats and you don't keep the water clean, like it smells really bad. Well, an alligator shits just as much as a fucking turtle, and if you don't keep the water clean, it's gonna smell like you got a fucking backed up septic. It's just very unpleasant. Yeah, yeah, snapping turtle. I would love to have a snapping turtle, but they smell so fucking bad. Even the two little baby ones I raised over the winter time because my cousin fucking found them and she was feeding them like hot dogs and bologna and shit. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not letting you do that. So I took them from her and kept them at my house until it was warm enough, about fucking the middle of June. And I took them and let them go in the swamp down the road. But God, every day I had to change and scrub the fucking rocks and shit I put in there. God, they were bad. But yeah, goddamn, they smell. Yeah, yeah, hell yeah. It will fill the house. Like it's not just gonna make the room stink. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't mind having one. You can tame them down really good, but you just definitely need to stay on top of the maintenance. Oh, that's cool. Those things are fucking mean looking. I would hate to come across one of them in the creek or a pond or a lake. Yeah, yeah. You gotta spend like every day that you and every second you can getting them to not be so defensive. But yeah, you don't want it grabbing you, that's for sure. That they do. But yeah, people come and they're like, "Oh, I don't even smell the fish tank." I'm like, "You're not supposed to smell the fucking fish tank." Yeah, they're pretty cool, but they get fucking huge. Yeah, they really do look like dinosaurs. Very prehistoric. And that fucking massive ass head. I saw a fucking short earlier. A guy caught a 6.5 foot alligator gar, and he got it up out of the water to make the video, and the thing fucking growls like an alligator too. Like I don't know if it's the same kind of a vocal cord, but it definitely made this rumble, this roar kind of sound. I'm like, well, hope I never fucking run into one of them in the fucking wild either. That's a big gnarly fucking fish. They look like a dinosaur too. Yeah, that's a big problem. Like if you put your nose right over the tank, it smells like a lake. It doesn't smell like a polluted fucking lake or shit or any of that. The only time I smell anything nasty is when I clean the filters. And I try to stay on top of that too, so that even isn't that bad. Yeah, yep. Yeah, they are cool as hell, but I definitely wouldn't want to fucking see one in the water I'm swimming in. Make me second guess going in the water, that's for sure. I mean, pretty much all the gar species are pretty cool looking fish, but they all get pretty fucking big. Yeah, sturgeon too. They got them bony fucking plates running down their body. Very prehistoric. Yeah, yeah. I seen it wasn't River Monsters, but it was a show about freshwater fish that can hurt you, and people have lost like toes and fucking fingers to muskies. But yeah, they're a gnarly bastard, man. Yeah, those sturgeon are fucking massive. Yeah, yeah, they they got a serious mouthful, cheap seats. Fuck yeah, man. They did a reconstruction of one. Um, there was a, I don't remember. I think it was in Canada or Maine, maybe. But someone lost like the whole fucking front half of their foot because a muskie came up, and they found a jaw, and they took it to a guy who specializes in taxidermy fish, and he had him recreate the jaw, the size of the fish based on the measurements of the jaw, and it was something like a fucking 7 or almost 7 foot fish. Like it was a big fucking lower jaw. I'm like, goddamn, dude. Like, yeah, if I knew something like that was in there, I wouldn't swim in that fucking lake. When you catch me dipping my fucking feet in there. It's like people want to go into the ocean, like there's sharks and shit in there, but then there's stonefish and a bunch of other shit that could fuck you up. Just look in the freshwater and see the things that could hurt you there. Like, yeah, we're not meant to fuck around too much. But yeah, any fish you got to catch with like braided steel leader is a good fish to look out for when you're in the water yourself. I remember catching fucking pickerel, grass pickerel, and a 2 foot one of those is not something you want to try getting off the hook. At least not when I was a kid. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, no shit. Bowfin are cool. I'd love to have a bowfin tank. Yeah, you start learning what's out there, fire dude, and it's like, I don't know if it's worth it. And then there's all the shit humans dump in the water. Yeah, yeah, they're a pretty cool fish though. They're like an American fucking snakehead. Which I would. There's a lot of cool snakeheads too. Some of them don't get real big and they're really pretty, but they're banned across the board here, so we can't have them. But those are gnarly fish too. Yeah, yeah. You don't think about that shit. When I was a kid, we're at the lake, at the public lake down at the swimming area there, and some kid was standing on a rock like 4 or 5 years old, and then he just fell over backwards, and he's like, oh, his mother's yelling at him to be careful, the rocks are slippery. He says, it's not slippery, it moved. And that got everybody's fucking attention. The kid was standing on a snapping turtle, and it was 3 feet off the fucking shore right next to the swimming area. So I'm assuming maybe somebody was feeding that thing or something. But yeah, everybody got their kids out of the fucking water, and then one of the lifeguards got it and moved it further away from the swimming area. I'm like, well, it's not like it won't come back, but okay. It was a pretty good sized turtle. I might have to catch one of those fucking gouramis out and put him in with Pigpen. Keeps chasing that other fucker. He seems to be kind of dumb though. The other one doubles back and it leaves him sitting there looking confused. But I remember swimming down at the creek with my brothers, and I saw a water snake eating a fucking fish, and I'm sitting there just watching it, and my brothers and their friends and shit are just swimming, playing around, having a good time, and they're like, hey, what are you looking at? And I told them, and they all got out of the fucking water quick. But yeah, and then like if you don't to the misinformation, a rec park, and it was an old pond. It was an old livestock fucking pond, and the town bought the field it was in and set up a park and a swimming area, but they didn't clean the fucking seaweed very good, and I dove in off the dock one day and came up right underneath a big floating fucking carpet of it, and I must have looked like Swamp Thing coming out of the fucking water with this shit all over my head and shoulders. I was too concerned getting it off me to worry about if anybody got scared, because I'm sure it did look pretty fucking creepy. But that was the sucky part about swimming there, is you gotta watch out for the fucking seaweed. Or whatever the shit is that grows in the lake, but definitely wasn't pleasant. But anything touching your feet and you don't see it, yeah, it gets your mind racing for sure. But jellyfish is another thing, yep. Definitely don't want to fucking come across them. You mother... Yeah, jellyfish stings don't seem like there's anything fun about that. I've seen pictures of people that have swam through a fucking jellyfish swarm. It looks like someone tried drawing weird designs all down their arms and legs with a hot fucking wire. Well, yeah, if I had alligators, I probably wouldn't swim in the lakes either. But luckily up here we don't have them. I mean, it might not stop me. I'm not that bright. Oh yeah, that I can see that freaking you out a little bit too. I don't call them stingrays for nothing. Ugh, I'm not really sure, bro. When I started mine, I only had a 20 gallon, and I left it run for like 2 weeks, and I was putting the prime in every other day, and then I didn't have any casualties when I did put fish in. Um, but yeah, and then I just kept using cycled media for the other tanks I set up after that first one. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Um, but yeah, I was just like, it should tell you on the bottle how often to use it. But I put a dose in just about every other day, I think. And yeah, I had the tank going for like 2 weeks before I put fish in it. But I made sure to dose it regularly. I mean, if you were like my neighbor, you could come over. I could give you some media. You wouldn't have to worry about it too much. Yeah, the sheephead are very intimidating looking fish. Those fucking groupers too, man. And then you got octopus, uh, eels. Yeah, there's a lot of shit that could ruin your whole day. Yeah, they look very human. It's like Paku have human-like teeth too. But yeah, the already cycled gravel biological media is a good way to go. But yeah, if you got a friend with a fairly clean tank that's cycled and he's willing to give you some media or gravel or rocks or anything that's in there, all this shit that's in here will grow biological media. Or beneficial bacteria, rather. Sorry about that. But the rocks, the gravel, the wood, all that shit will harbor the beneficial bacteria. There's way more in your tank than there is in your filter, even if it's a cycled filter. And after a while, the biological media in your filter is kind of just overkill, because there's plenty on the surfaces inside the tank. That don't keep me from running fucking biological media in all my filters, though. Like, I don't mind the overkill. Make sure it's not a tank with any sick fish in it or any of that. I will say, once you have one established tank, it makes establishing other tanks way fucking easier. Yeah, it definitely is a never-ending topic. There's always a question to ask. Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. I haven't seen any bubbles come out of Pigpen, so yeah, there's a lot more to keep in mind with salt water. Well, we both learned something today, cheap seats. Yeah, Carly used to work at a pet store, so she's seen a lot more fish behavior than I have with the few tanks I got. Yeah, probably. But I've never seen that, so I couldn't tell anybody that they if they do or not. Yeah, I don't think I could either, because some of that shit is just ridiculous. Carly's blowing you fucking kisses, Pigpen. Try to look a little more impressed. I think he swims backwards more than he swims forward. Yeah, yeah. Just following the protocol. Yep. I mean, it's really not hard to do what's right by the animal. Yeah, he can be. You can get around pretty good for a chunky boy. Yeah, pretty much, but corporate America doesn't think like that. Sell them sick fish and they'll come back next week and buy more. Yeah, he is. Well, yeah, I mean, I would. Um, the one plus is if it's like within 5 days, I think. Oh, yeah, yeah. them little fuckers are extremely fast. But I know Petco, it was, I had some fish die like the next day, and I brought in a sample of my water after I already did test it myself. And they're like, oh, we don't need to see that. Well, that's what it says on your stipulation, you know, test your water, and fucking, if it's fine, then they'll give you more fish. But yeah, I only had to do that once. I forget what it was too. I think it was the fucking dwarf gourami, but I didn't get another dwarf gourami. Yeah, I thought that's what I figured that would be the first thing they did was test it. The guy's like, nope. Well, they know their shit's fucked up. Oh yeah, that is kind of freaky, Jasmine. Yeah, go the Disney princess route, like Cheap Seat says. Oh yeah, those little anole lizards, anole lizards. I had one of those for a little while. I remember I caught one in North Carolina, and I brought it in the house, and I put it in a solo cup with a piece of screen over it and a rubber band to keep the screen on. It obviously wasn't strong enough to keep the lizard in there, and my aunt and uncle came down, and it had somehow gotten into her clothes and her luggage. And she moved something, and the thing came running out, you know, onto the top of the fucking suitcase, and yeah, she went over backwards. My uncle enjoyed it. She didn't. Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna catch any little bugs that come in. But one person I've seen that raised them, uh, had them for more than a year. He had like a 150-gallon tank, and he set it up with, he made a little fake stream in there and a lot of live plants, and he fed them flies. He would buy fishing maggots and let them pupate into flies, and then he would put a bunch of them in the refrigerator to slow them down in like a net box, a screen box, and then he would dump them in there and just watch them play. Oh, nice. Erica's here under Erica. But yeah, they were breeding and everything for them, but you got to give them a lot of space, and they like to live in a group. But you see a lot of cool like breeding displays and shit like that, and the flies are like the easiest thing because they fucking eat them in the wild. So, but usually, well, when I started out, I was thinking about getting a lizard. My buddy Rob had reptiles half his life, and he's like, well, if you want to get a lizard, get an anole lizard, and if you can keep it alive for 6 months or longer, then you could fucking keep any lizard. And I was like, all right, but I didn't do that. I went right for a green iguana. But I did like 2 years worth of research, reading everything I could find. I would love another one of those, but I learned that not all iguanas will tame down the same. Like my boy Leroy was easy. The next one was not so fucking easy. Oh, dude, I'm gonna have to check it out. I love lizards. I mean, I like snakes and other reptiles, but lizards are uh, a little easier to read than a snake. John's probably doing shit. He's got that boat. He likes to go fishing and shit. But yeah, I mean, he's got the motorcycle, the boat. He's probably enjoying the nice days. If he's on the computer, he usually stops in when I'm live, so I'm assuming he's doing real life stuff. Yeah, it could be. I mean, they take some crazy fucking dives too. Usually into water, but my iguana would jump off anything if he got scared. So, like, I was very fucking conscious of that. Not that he got scared much. He was like a fucking puppy. If somebody came over that has never been there before and they sat down, he would get on them and make them pet him first. Yeah, I got my kid a bearded dragon from my step nephew. He was breeding them at his house, and he was breeding the giant leopard geckos too. But no, and it didn't make it once. And I mean, we had all the shit for it, all the temperature gauges and the thermostat to make sure it wasn't getting too hot or too cold in there, and fucking yeah, broke his heart. Well, my iguana Leroy liked to eat weed, which I found out on accident. And at the time, I knew a lot of people that grew, and I could get a shitload of shade leaf. So I'd get him some of that, and he would eat it. But then he was on my shoulder, and I was rolling a joint, and he came down and grabbed a nug and ran back up where I couldn't reach him. He went just far enough down my back where I couldn't grab him, and he ate that fucking thing. But he did start calming down a lot more once he started doing that. But he was awesome. The only problem is when I was doing anything weed related, he would hear the bag and he would climb up my back and sit on my shoulder and expect a handout. And he was 6 feet long, like a fucking Godzilla puppy. But some people got freaked out because they wouldn't see him sitting on the windowsill until they sat down, and they're new, so he would come introduce himself and just get on their lap. And yeah, some people freaked the fuck out. Some people were like in awe. But I miss that fucker. He was so cool. Yeah, he was fucking awesome too, man. He would come to his name. He did not like the harness though, so I had to really watch him outside. I would take him outside and let him fucking eat the dandelions and shit. But he did not like the harness at all. I mean, I didn't start it. I didn't get him a little one when he was young and get him used to it. But yeah, he wasn't a fan of that, so I couldn't walk him. But he would hang out. He wouldn't go far. But he definitely lured me into a false sense of confidence that all iguanas would be as easy to tame down as he was, but they're not. They sure as fuck are not. But he learned he learned how to open the door. If it wasn't latched all the way and it was just like open to crack, he would scratch at it until he got the edge of it and he would open it. And I was 20 years old. I still lived at home, and he got out, and in the dining room there was a little alcove that was all windows, and he got up on the freezer that sat in the alcove, a chest freezer, and just sunned himself. And I don't know how long he was there before my mom noticed. But about 2 hours before we got back to my boss's house after work, she called there looking for me to see if I was home yet. And then when I got there, my boss's wife is like, "Hey, your mom called. She said she has a little bit of a problem." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck, the dog got out or something on her." I had a big fucking dog, and she couldn't hold him back if she tried. So I call the house, and I'm like, "Hey, is Ringo okay?" And she's like, yeah, it's not him, not this time. She's like, "Your fucking lizard got out of the room," because he had the run of my room. He didn't have a cage. I built him a platform to keep his heat and lights on and his water and everything. I fed him on the platform, but he liked to roam around. And yeah, she noticed him right before she called my boss's house, and she didn't know how long he was sitting there, but she knew that she turned around to grab her crossword puzzle book, and he looked at her. And she sat there for fucking 2.5 hours before I got home. And she's like, "Oh, thank God you're home." She's like, "I've had to pee for the last 2 hours, and I'm so afraid to move." Like, "Did he fucking do anything to you when you sat down before you noticed him?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "He's not gonna hurt you. I mean, if he jumps on you, it might scratch you, but other than that, like, he don't bite, he didn't tail whip. You'd have to really startle him to get a tail whip." And my brother-in-law did, which was awesome. I heard it sounded like someone hit him across the gut with a fucking broom handle, swearing, and ran out of the room. I'm like, "What the fuck happened to you?" He's like, "Oh, the lizard just whacked me with his tail." I'm like, "Did it hurt?" He's like, "Yeah, it fucking hurt." He had welts. But yeah, he didn't like them. Yes. I mean, Leroy, the first one I got, he wasn't that hard at all. But my neighbor had one that her kid brought home, and she wasn't having it, so I bought it so that the kid wasn't losing money and the lizard, because I did like the kid. He was cool shit. But I named him Roscoe, and Roscoe was not having that shit at all. Like, none of the techniques I used for Leroy worked on Roscoe. Not a fucking bit. Yeah, you need to get him socialized, man. Like, when I first got my iguana, they said give him like a week to get used to the tank. And now people that breed them are like, "No, when you get it home, before you put it in the tank or the enclosure you're going to keep it in," he's like, "handle it for 5 to 10 minutes. And then try to handle it just so it gets used to you not being a threat." But I did the old school way with Leroy, and he came around. It only took a couple of months before he wasn't going batshit when I put my hand in to give him food or change the water. And then eventually he would come over to my hand because he knew I had food, and then I just lured him onto my hand with the food. But he was pretty easy. He was pretty chill. The second one I got was not chill. I was like, "Oh man, you're going to be a fucking problem child." But if I was going to get an iguana now, I would probably go for like a rhinoceros iguana. Even though I do love the way a green iguana looks, it looks like fucking Godzilla to me. But yeah, Leroy was super cool. Roscoe was not. Leroy would let the cat sleep with him on his heat mat. He realized the cat was just looking for a snuggle buddy, and he would just let him lay there with him. I had pictures. I don't know what happened to them. I still have one of Leroy on his log somewhere, but I don't know where exactly it is. But I had another picture with my boss's stepson. He was like 5, and he was laying on the bed, and the lizard got up there and laid right next to him to watch his cartoons. Such a cool fucking lizard. The kid didn't want nothing to do with the bull snake or the ball python, but he loved the lizard. My cousin came over one night with his wife, and I was best friends with her brother. And he came over and a couple other buddies, and we're standing in the dining room just bullshitting. And Lynn was a big girl, like 300 plus pounds, I would guess. And she didn't like the iguana, so she wanted to make sure he was in the room. But he opened the door because I didn't shut it all the way. And he came out into the dining room, and he's standing between me and my cousin Bub. And Bub elbows me. He's like, Mikey, Mikey. And he keeps looking down. Welcome back, Bex. Keeps looking down, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? He's like, and he just kept looking down. So I looked down. I'm like, oh shit. I whispered, like, let me pick him up so Lynn don't see him. He's like, oh, no, wait a minute. So then he started doing the same thing to Lynn, to his wife. And if you've ever seen Fantasia, the Disney cartoon with the ballet dancing crocodiles and hippopotamuses, well, she leaped up on the chair like she was in the fucking Matrix. And that's all I could think was the pirouetting hippos from Fantasia. But dude, to see a girl her size get that much air in like a blink was hilarious. The lizard didn't even move. He was like, what the fuck is her problem? But I picked him up, and she's like, put him in the room. I'm like, dude, look at him, he's not gonna hurt you. Like, Jesus Christ, my dog will bite you fucking before the lizard hurts you. You know, the dog ain't fucking gonna bite nobody. But it was funny as shit, man. Like, she literally jumped straight up in the air about 3 feet and backwards about 3 feet right into the chair. Never seen that shit before or since, but it was pretty funny, and I'll never forget it. And Bub, my sadistic bastard cousin, he was like, oh man, that was fun. I'm like, dude, you're gonna get killed when you go home. Like, we know she can beat you up. Yeah, but he wasn't even moving. He just walked out like he owned the place. Leroy was so tame, man. It was like most people's bearded dragons. He just would hang out. But he was 6 feet long. He was intimidating looking, but he was so sweet. Priorities, cheap seats. Gotta fold that laundry, bud. But yeah, he made me think that all iguanas would be that easy, and yeah, they are not. Well, that's all we're all doing, Carly. Just chilling. Kind of doing her own thing. Yeah, I think she would have went through the fucking wall, Bex. She was not having none of that lizard. Yeah, we know how that usually goes, even when you do have to get up early, Carly. Yeah, it's been one of them fucking days for a couple days here. It's been raining pretty nonstop for the last 2.5 days. Evidently, a lot of places around me are getting floods. I live on a hill though, so I don't worry about that shit. Water's gonna have to get really fucking high to flood here. Yeah, I got bored too, so it was like take a nap or fucking go live, and I know people miss Pigpen. I did get a compliment on my narration last night though, so that kind of gave me a little more incentive. Yeah, stay on the high ground if you can. Like, I like it in the valley, but yeah. I'd rather be halfway up one side at least. Actually, there's a town called Highland about 25, 30 minutes drive south of here. Yeah, but it's always missing Piggy first. I mean, he is the whole heart and soul of the fucking live stream, so. I don't know what you're staring at over there. Yeah, I tried, Carly. Yeah, it's on Highland. Skates! Yeah, let me show you the fish some more since you're just getting here. But yeah, he's the star of the show. Yeah, he always does that, Bex. Very disapproving looks usually. Potts, what's up, brother? Good to see you too, man. Hunter, it's going, man. You can't complain. The fish is still doing his fish thing. And I'm still here to document it for posterity. He's like, get this side, it's my side. Oh, it's a little too close, bud. Alright, that's him. And that catfish hasn't moved yet either. Oh, there's the fucking pleco, though. Oh, you good shit. I think that one's downstairs. This flashlight's dead. Let me see if I can get this flashlight to work while I'm... Nope, it won't work. But there is a pleco. Yeah, now he fucking moved. He was on the side of the pot under there, but he's gone now. Yeah, I'm just the narrator. I should try to do a David Attenborough impression, but I'll probably just sound like some kind of drunk fucking hobo. Well, he ain't got a bag of food, so he's not hungry. He's just trying to fucking psych me out. It's kind of humiliating. I get fucking psychological fucking manipulation from a fish. Yeah, he is. He knows it too. This guy is just hanging out in the corner. The other one's over there under the rock, but you really can't see. Can't complain, skate, can't complain. Nice. Nice skate. Yeah, you gotta keep her out of trouble. Yeah, it's one of them days for me too, Bex. Yo, Reed, what's up, brother? It's good to see you. Here, we'll angle it a little bit. Yeah, man, not too bad, not too bad. I didn't fall down when the fucking stairs or shit my pants, so it could have been worse. If Fucking face only a mother and me could love fish. Well, everybody else too. Yeah, that's not a pleasant day, especially after a funeral. Yeah, he knows he's pretty too, Reed. I went to a concert and came home to the cat that had kittens right in the middle of my fucking bed. Slept on the couch that night. Yeah, yeah. Try to give him stuff that'll keep him looking good. He's a beast, though. They grow fucking fast. He's just a little over a year old. He went from like an inch and a half to 10 inches in like fucking 8 months. If I ever do what, Carly? I don't remember what I said now. Fucking old age sucks. Oh, if I fall down the stairs and shit my pants, I am definitely not documenting that. But it's very likely I'll be on a live stream if I do fall down the fucking stairs. I'll try to tempt fate and walk down the stairs and keep myself on camera, and then there we go. But yeah, I probably won't announce it to the world, especially if I shit my pants. No, I haven't. I haven't. That's the thing. Guns, what's up, bro? I hope never to fall down the stairs. Yeah, I've fallen up them a couple times. Like one time I was gonna go to use panel and I hit the StreamYard link and went to take it backwards, and I didn't realize I took 2 steps down the porch stairs, and yeah, I fucking went down like a sack of shit. Oh goddamn! Clean that up, bro. You don't want to get a rash or nothing. Fucking my brother. He left the house having to take a shit, and he went to pick his wife up from work, and yeah, I could do that, get some sinking pellets, and then when he starts fucking with it. But I tried ping pong balls for him to fuck with, but he didn't. But anyway, he went to work. He went to pick his wife up at work, and he's like, dude, I gotta shit. He's like, I'm gonna have to shit when I get to her job. I'm like, all right. Well, he was gone a little bit longer than he should have been just to go pick her up and take a shit. But he's like, oh, guess what happened, man? I'm like, what happened? He's like, I got stuck at the light. He's like, I had bubble guts and I got stuck at the light and I couldn't fucking stop it. And he goes, I shit my pants right there at the light. And I'm like, dude, that's not something you should be telling any fucking buddy. Yeah, as long as it's funny and you don't fuck yourself up. Yeah, I got a bad scrape on the back of my leg because it's brick steps. Yeah, getting old ain't for the weak. Yeah, I know, but fuck that. Yeah, yeah, I hate narrow stairways. I had a job, a tile job in Ashley Falls, Connecticut, and this lady lived in a house that was literally like 30 feet away from the fucking train tracks, and she had the main staircase taken out, so it was just like a catwalk now. When you walk in the front door, there was no stairs up to the second floor, and there was like a servant's stairway, which was really narrow. And I had to lug a fucking wet saw up those stairs, and it went up like 5 or 6 steps, and then it turned right 90 degrees, and then went up 5 or 6 more steps, and then I had to turn left to get through the fucking door. Uh, what a pain in the fucking ass. And then going up and down with buckets of water and stuff. Jesus Christ, I hated that. But it was literally like 2 foot wide. Not fun. And the stairs were stairs. They weren't like a 7-inch deep step. They're like 6 inches. So coming down was a lot sketchier than it needed to be. I wish they gave me a high icon. Yeah, that would be a good one to have as an option. It says hi, and then the middle finger instead of the wavy hand. Yeah, yeah, I got a cat that does that shit. He'll jump up next to me while I'm trying to put my shoes, trying to do something, and he's like, meow, and then he's getting on me and headbutting me in the face. Oh, there's the little motherfucker. He went to sleep. I forgot he was up here. That's the culprit right there. Good old Larry. Oh, you heard your name? Yep, now you're gonna look cute, right? I'm talking shit about you, bro. You're making me look like an asshole. You're making me look like an asshole. Now I got his attention. He's probably a dick. Yo, Matthew, what's up, buddy? Your boy. Yeah, Larry also knows he's a good-looking fucker, so he uses it to his advantage. Oh, now he's awake. He's probably going to start being a dick soon. Yeah, he would love you guys. He would let you pet him. Yep, see, here he comes. What's up, bud? What's up, dude? I'm petting you for everybody on YouTube that's watching me right now, because they all want to pet you. Don't be headbutting the phone out of my hand. Yes, buddy. Yes, old Larry. Yes, old Larry. Old shedding cat. It's the old shedding cat. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not enough. It's never enough. You need 8 hands. He wants to pet the cat too, Carly. That's how you get away with stroking a pussy on YouTube. Oh, cat. You gonna bite me? Like, what the fuck, man? He's like, don't stop petting me. Alright. You want to be on camera and get love? There's some more love. How's that? How's that? You pushy bastard. It's going, Matthew. Yeah, he didn't bite hard. He just puts his mouth around my finger. It was like, I could fuck you up if you don't pet me. But I'm not gonna, because I want you to pet me. Such a pushy fucker, man. Like, he won't lay on the bed next to you neither. He's got to be on your chest or on you somehow. Well, time for another drink of fish tank water. And then he'll watch the fish. You know the fish shit in that, don't you, cat? He does try to get right next to the outflow of the filter, though, so I guess he's trying to get cleaner water. Yeah, he don't bite hard. He just like, dude, pay attention and scratch me where I want you to. Yeah, I guess. It probably tastes better than the water, like I was saying before. Goddamn, son, you was thirsty, huh? The Garami's like, what the fuck is that thing? You've seen him before, dude. I'm waiting for one of the corridors to come up and hit the surface and splash water on him. See how much he likes that shit. Oh, he just set up and started looking at the water pretty intently. Something must have spooked him. Did one of the gouramis scare you? Here, I'll move so you can jump back onto the bed. No? Oh, just sit there, you prick. All right, Cheap. Good to see you, bro. Thanks for stopping in. Do you want a pellet now? Matthew's here. Do you want to eat a pellet? Or two? Here, we'll try two. See if you want them. Oh, he ate one. I'll get the other one and throw it right there. Do you want that one too? Let's spit out half of the first one. And half of the second one. What a dick. And that's where you get your name. Well, that's good. That's definitely a good trait. Skates. Yeah, she's a smart girl, you know? Hell yeah. All right, Matthew, have fun, buddy. Miz, what's up, bro? Thank you for stopping by. Got fucking most of the old crowd here. Yeah, yeah, she's beautiful, and you got a big bug there, Kate. A little bit of a brat, but that's just endearing. But you're doing right. I mean, you're raising her good. Yeah, fuck them other people, dude. Yeah, I've unsubbed a few myself. Yeah, hell yeah. Way up, dude. What's up, bro? Thanks for stopping by. Where the hell's the fish now? It's amazing how that fucker can hide. Well, if they didn't act like petulant children, you wouldn't have to, Carly. But yeah, I scroll through like the vertical streams, and you see a lot of weird motherfuckers on there. It's like, god damn, and you see they got like 100,000 subs. It's like, how the fuck did you do that? Very much so. But uh, in my time on YouTube, I've noticed that it kind of is like a distillery for human stupidity. Yeah, yeah. Some people just don't recognize good folks when they see them. You know. Well, some people just can't take constructive criticism, Skate. Some people think that's an attack on them personally. But that's just basic human stupidity. I don't know how the fuck we're the dominant species on the planet at this point. Yeah, that's the way to be, Carl. Right on, Mez. We'll be here. I don't know how much longer, but we'll wait for you. Yeah, that's what my grandpa said. He said, respect everybody till they give you a reason not to, then be a son of a bitch. I don't know how that happened, but fuck, we'll have to work out something way up, dude. Yeah, they get their knickers in a twist, and, you know, the chafing just makes them fucking miserable. Yeah, yeah. I definitely prefer the company of critters to most people. Yeah, that's, you know, Skate, that's how most people should think, but most don't. Like, I've lost friends on here because, like, for exactly that. Like, if I see a friend of mine fucking up or doing something stupid, you're like, yo, like, you're making yourself look like a jackass right now. You might want to stop that. And it's like, oh, you're an asshole. Well, yeah, but that's beside the fucking point. Like, if I'm fucking up, I want to be told, you know, like, oh man, this might be fucking, you know, you might make yourself look like a dick. Well, it's like, oh, okay. If that's not my intention, then hell yeah, let me stop making myself look like a dick. Um, but some people are just shit. The vast majority, really. But yeah, I've been blocked by someone who called me, oh, you're my best friend. Well, that must mean something different to you because I'm just calling out stupid shit and you're getting mad at me for it. I wasn't doing the stupid shit, I was just pointing it out. Yeah, yeah. Miscommunication is a big thing too. I mean, sometimes even constructive criticism can sound harsh to the ears that it's meant for. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, that is an Oscar. Way up. I'm in a fucking Facebook group uh, that's mainly for Oscar people. And I think it was Indonesia. They had completely red Oscars. Like the whole fish was red. And I think just the, like, you see how there's a little orange on the fins? It was black, but it was like fucking fire engine red. And I saw another one, I don't remember. I think it was fucking black, but it was only one. The guy's like, "Oh yeah, I would love to be able to breed it. I'd like to get an all black. It doesn't even have the eye spot. It's just a straight black Oscar." Yeah, if I'm being an asshole, someone can tell me, but I generally know I'm being an asshole if I am being an asshole. I could be just being a dick, and people get it confused for being an asshole. But it's levels to this shit. You know, there's a spectrum. Yeah, he's close. If he's not a foot, he's damn close to it. I can't get him to sit still long enough. But they can get like 18 inches in nature, and I think the biggest one I've seen in the fish tank was 16 inches. But yeah, he's just over a year old. And dude, they grow so fucking fast, it's kind of scary. Like, he's now thicker than he was long when I brought him home. Oh, I see the pleco tail. I don't know if you can pick it up because I don't have a flashlight handy. But he's right under there on that flower pot. But yeah, as a kid, like 14, a friend of mine had one, and like that dude would fucking bite you if you stuck your finger in the tank. That made me want one. He was a lot less picky than mine too. Like, he would feed him minnows or worms or fucking grasshoppers, whatever the fuck he caught, and that dude did not care. Well, Pigpen has gotten picky. Yeah, I try to. Yeah, I do got the other tank down here. I gotta clean the glass. But yeah, try to keep them guys happy too. Yeah, I don't know. He seems to like them sometimes because he'll go, like, there's a space between the plants and the back. He'll sit up in there. So, like, I really can't see him too good. He's not moving when he sits up there, but sometimes he fucks them up. Sometimes he don't. I think it's just excuse me, he gets moody. Oh, welcome back, Mez. We missed you too, bro. Yeah, they are. Hey, Wingstar. Oh, he's in frame. That's good. I don't gotta go looking for him. Yeah, dude, it's tough finding, people worth your time. Wingstar is a good person, though. Mez, if you want to sub to her channel. But she's one of the few people that I've been friends with since I met her, pretty much. Like, she's cool as shit. Not very many truly genuine people online, so when you find them, you gotta stick with them, you know. Well, yeah, you're definitely worth fucking hanging out with, Wingstar. You're very tolerant of the assholes, and you're good, the good people. So, well, I just try not to be a complete asshole, which it's hard with some people, but yeah, yeah, you're pro at it for sure. Like, you know, it's not worth getting worked up over. Yeah, I gotta say, I've been pretty fortunate with not getting trolls. Yeah, it really is hard to do sometimes, Carly. But I see trolls and everybody's shit, and I rarely get them here, so I don't know, maybe the names in chat intimidate them. Shit, brother, I can't even trust half of my family. And half of the half I do trust probably don't like me that much, so I don't see him very often, but it's fine. Yeah, yeah. And I think if you go looking for shit in other people's channels, that trolls will find you. And because I know a dude that quit YouTube because of the trolls. Uh, but he would go talking shit in other chats, and then they would send their little troll horde over and bombard his fucking live streams. Yeah, I don't know what the whole premise of that is. I mean, dude, when I started on YouTube, there was some very fucking funny trolls. They were creative and inventive, and sometimes you had to think about what they said to even know they were trying to fucking. Yeah, I didn't even realize they were all privated. Wingstars. I went through. It took me about a fucking hour to make them all public again. Um, But yeah, the trolls used to be funny, you know, sometimes. Some were just mean, but there were some very inventive people, and now, like, I don't know if they just stopped doing it, but the new class of trolls are all on the fucking short bus. Yeah, Bex, and I mean, they would at least make you laugh until you fucking kicked them out, but yeah, now they're just, I think it's just a bunch of dumbass kids these days. Like, some of the insults they throw out there, I'm like, bro, are you fucking 12? Like, does your mommy know you're on here half-ass shit talking fucking people online? Like, you're not even fucking good at it. I tried to stop him. Well, I think we all tried to stop him from looking that up, Carly. Yeah, I think so too, Bex. That's probably the most likely reason. But yeah, I mean, it's a different game now. Like, everybody's just, there's just so many people doing the verticals and so many kids on here. Yeah, right, right, way up, dude. But there's not really many funny trolls anymore. They're just all a bunch of fucking just post-pubescent kids that don't know how to talk to women or anybody. Exactly, Bex. Yep. But yeah, some of these like I don't know if y'all are like severely brain damaged or just young and inexperienced, but it comes off really shitty. Well, physically, I'm still probably 14 or 15 mentally, Nez. Most of the time. But yeah, pretty much anybody that comes in here and they got a mod, they're good people. So, like Don says, y'all got mods if you want to sub somebody, check out their channel. I just turned 49, but still I'm a dumbass fucking freshman in high school sometimes. You know, the kind of guy that fart jokes still make me laugh. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I feel like I'm fucking 94 sometimes. Physically, but I've not been gentle on myself. So, yeah, but that's why we love you, Way Up, dude. It's nice to know that a 60-year-old can still keep that childlike fucking sense of humor. Gives me hope for the world. Yeah, I know what you mean, Mez. That's all part of your fucking irresistible charm too, bro. Yeah, right on, Way Up, dude. But yeah, it's taken a while to accumulate the cool group of friends I got. All right, Skate. Have a good night, sweetie. Well, for some of us, I think that's true. Way Up. Yeah, likewise, Carly. But yeah, like the drama community has taught me that there's a lot of people I don't even want to fucking know. So, that the good thing that the drama community does is let you know who to stay the fuck away from. Yeah, yeah. I should get a laptop too. It'd probably make this a lot easier. Yeah, yeah. It's just a waste of energy and time. It's like unless you want to meet me on the street, then we can do some drama. But other than that, like there's no sense in shit talking people that live 1,000 miles away. Yeah, fuck that. That's a fucking accomplishment, Mez. I don't think. Well, some jobs I've had, well, in construction, like if you get mad, you could just take it out on the work. But yeah, working with other people in a different setting is a little bit different. I have a hard time not getting mad. I think being in construction, it fucking ruins you for any other kind of job because you could fucking, like, we would shit talk each other all fucking day, and when it's just that shit talk. But like in a corporate setting, like there's some lazy motherfuckers that get to keep their job, and I'm not used to that. Like if you're fucking lazy, you don't stick around a construction site very long. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of shitty people. Yep, yep. I mean, yeah, it's just fucking ridiculous. All because their mom didn't fucking hug them enough or something. I think they all should, that all their parents should be reminded that it's never too late to start beating your kids. Like some of these people need a good whack across the ass with a fucking 2x4, or the head with a fucking chair. One or the other. Yeah, yeah, it's hard to just ignore that kind of shit. And you got a brain, like you. I'm sure you made some people feel really fucking stupid, Bex. But that just gives them incentive to try harder next time. And then it's like, yeah, it's like who can be the bigger asshole contest. But yeah, there's been a lot of people that did that too. But they didn't stay away from the shit. They just deleted their original channel and then they come back under a different name, and you could tell who the fuck it is by the way they type, you know, the things they say, and the way they do it. And it's like, yeah, it's a very thin fucking disguise, but nice try, dipshit. Yes, dude, you're you're fucking hilarious, Bex. Like, holy shit. And it takes someone with a little bit of brain power to even realize they're being fucking shit talked. Yeah, yep. That's probably the biggest fucking hurdle to get over is that stage fright. Like, I seen someone that was just a disgusting fucking pig, and again wouldn't listen to constructive criticism or the people that actually gave a shit about them, which I don't know how or why they would. They didn't listen, and now they're having health issues because of the shit people were trying to point out fucking 6 or 8 years ago. And it's like I'd feel bad if I had time, but you're kind of reaping what you've sown. But yeah, some people deserve all the bad shit they get. All right, Carly, we'll miss you. Yeah, yep. It definitely draws you in. Like, yeah, I know, like, I'm not going to say I'm not a hater. I hate a lot of motherfuckers I've met on here, but they don't know it. Because I don't feel inclined to let them know that I think they're a piece of shit, because it doesn't really fucking matter, because I think they're trying to be a piece of shit. And then, like, I know people that I wouldn't stop to piss on if they were on fire that people love, and I'm like, I don't understand why you love this fucking person, but I'm not going to hate on you for it either. Yep, exactly. Exactly, Bex. Yeah, yep, that they do. And just because they're miserable people, they'll get what they give and then bitch about it. Like, oh, they're picking on you. No, dude, we're not. We're not picking on you. We're describing you. Not shit talk if it's true. Then it's just talk. But people can be so blatantly simple-minded, it's like they're trying to be fucking stupid. Which I never understood that either. Yep. Yep. But I think that's part of growing up too, is realizing that nobody's fucking perfect. Everybody has something negative, you know, somewhere. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's like people want to be brainwashed, though. They want someone to do their thinking for them and then just jump on that and just agree. Yeah, it is for some people, Mez. But the whole thought process around it is like, fuck, what is so fucked up in your life that you got to go around and start talking shit about other people that you don't even fucking know? It's just, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, they want people that feel like shit to validate the fact that they're shitty people. But yeah, it's just best to stay away. Uh, like I said, it's taken me a long time to find decent people to hang out with. So I only go to a few fucking places that live stream. Nice. I was hanging out around 501 last I looked. It was 505, but I must have pissed off a couple people. But shit, I never expected to get that many. But it definitely skyrocketed after I started live streaming Pigpen. Yeah, I mean, I was surprised when I got up to 100. I was like, holy shit. And then 250 too. That was like, what the fuck? Like, I wasn't doing anything at that point, really. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm just here to entertain myself. And if anybody else is entertained by me entertaining myself, that's just a bonus. Well, you gotta embrace the imperfections, man. Nobody's perfect. Anybody who thinks they are is just fucking kidding themselves. I don't try to be perfect. I just try to be a little bit better than I was yesterday, you know? Or at least not any worse. Yeah, yeah. To think that is just insane. But it really isn't that hard to be at least halfway decent to people. Yep. We all get that shit, man. It just The only way through, or the only way around is through, man. So, yeah, you just gotta deal with that shit when it comes. Yeah, I think all you guys are pretty fucking amazing. Like I said, like everybody in here that's got a mod is someone I've come to value and respect. Well, I don't know if I would call myself amazing, but decent is good enough, you know? If someone thinks I'm amazing, that's fucking amazing. Chances are I think you're pretty fucking amazing too. But I mean, it's no harder to make friends than it is enemies, you know? Well, on here it might be a little easier to make fucking enemies because there's so many shitty people, but like in general, like, you know, it's much easier to try to see someone else's point of view before you tell them it's a shit point of view. Yeah, I'm sure if I could get him to give a fuck, he would love us all back. But I do notice that he is kind of used to being on camera. Like I set the phone like this when I was talking to my kid the other day, and it was pointing at me. The camera was pointing at me, but he kept swimming up and mean mugging the other side of the phone. So he's got his own little shtick that he pulls too. But I think that's him showing some appreciation for his fans. Oh yeah, I try to be a decent human. And if for nothing else, it just feels better to be good to people than it does to be negative and be a shithead. Yeah, that's my fucking description on my channel, like random consistent videos of things I find interesting, and you might too. If you don't, then you don't. But not everybody's my people, you know? I don't want everybody to be my people. Full Throttle, what's up, brother? I think you were in here before and I might have missed you, dude. I'm sorry if I did. Was not intentional. Oh, you got StreamYard still? Or did it re-up on you? Well, yeah, they're awesome videos too, Carly. I mean, I've seen people go out of their way to run over turtles or a fucking squirrel or something crossing the road, and that's just not my thing. But, yeah, I mean, I've literally nearly gotten into fist fights getting fucking turtles out of the road on a main road. But, fuck you. By all means. Come over here and get beat up for a fucking turtle, asshole. But yeah, like, I don't mind. Like, that little life ain't doing nothing to nobody, just trying to procreate. And I think that's, like, when I learned that that's why turtles come out of the water and cross the road, that made me, like, even more adamant about stopping and getting them the fuck out of the road. But yeah, I know that I've been to a couple of places that Full Throttle is in, like Big Daddy Circus and April's Corner, and just knowing he was in there to vouch for me because of my fucking username is why I even said hi in the first place. So I appreciate that, Full Throttle. But yeah, those guys get some pretty dumb fucking ignorant trolls in there too. Yeah, I try not to be a piece of shit. I got my fill of that when I was drinking and doing drugs. I mean, it does have its benefits sometimes. Not to the sober mind. Yeah, dude, I try. The username does throw people off, though. Yeah, yeah. I reserve it now for those who only deserve it, and I try to stay away from people that do, so I don't have to be a dick. But sometimes you try, and someone shows you that that's just who the fuck they are. So then you got to give them hell. Yep, yep. Carrying that much anger and resentment in your heart does you bad. It's not good for you. Yeah, yeah, Matthew, I'll come over, bro. But yeah, like just carrying hate around with you is just damaging to you. You know what I mean? Like I don't mind if I'm hated. At least you know that's a pure emotion. Nobody fakes that shit usually. People will fake that they like you to justify their own ends, but people generally don't fucking be like I hate you and not mean it. So I'd rather be honestly hated than dishonestly loved, you know what I mean? But I don't go around trying to make haters or be a hater either. I just stay away from the people that I might potentially hate on. Yeah, exactly, Carly. Unless I feel it's justified, then I'll show you what it feels like. But so far, I've only had to do that to one person, and that dude's not a loss. So yeah, yeah. Some people just won't like you because you're not a miserable fuck. Like, oh no, this guy's not letting fucking shit get him down. We gotta try to bring him down. Well, good luck, retard. Make sure you eat some Wheaties with your fucking crayons. But yeah, to be as miserable as some of these people are, I mean, I'm sure a lot of the trolls, the hateful cunts are, kids that don't know how to talk to girls or get fucked with probably at school, but like learn how to throw a right cross, bro. That shit will fucking come in handy. A good straight jab will straighten a lot of people out. But that's a big problem with society today too. Like most of these people have never been punched in the fucking face. In my experience, someone who knows what five across the lips tastes like don't usually talk shit unnecessarily. Yo, Rocky, what's up, brother? Exactly, Carly. Like, there's no point in running over some little animal for shits and giggles. Yeah, that's another thing, though. They do let me know that as fucked up as I might think I am, I ain't. Like, I ain't that fucking bad. Like, holy shit. Yeah, he is, Rocky. He's a fucking big bastard. Yeah, to those that deserve it, hell yeah. Like, I give what I get. I try. Yeah, there's so many fucked up people on this app. It's like mind boggling. But yeah, YouTube kind of distills human nature down to its best or its worst. And most people go down the worst road. I think you did when you first came in, bro. But I get that too. Lapse of fucking memory. Yeah, I'll probably end this in a few minutes and go over there. Well, make someone believe that you feel that way and you really don't, Carly. Yeah, I'll end this now and go over there too. Because he hasn't been going live this early in a while. So if y'all want to meet me over there, you can. I'm sure he won't mind. But thank y'all for stopping by. Pigpen thanks you too in his own fucked up way. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he goes live at like 12 our time, and it's like, bro, I know it's only 9 o'clock over there, but it's fucking midnight here, bro. And then he does the sleep stream, which, like, I was the only one in there last night. It's like, dude, this isn't very much fun. But I love the guy, so I try to fucking hang out there as long as possible. But, alright, guys, thanks for stopping by. I'll see yous all over at Matthews. Maybe. There we go.